NFL All Day is dropping their Modern Greatness collection tomorrow featuring OBJ, and they have a ton of support from athletes like Richard Sherman and Chad Ochocinco, all putting their Twitter and marketing behind it. In this video, I'll give you my takes on the drop and also give you some very important food for thought on the state of NFL All Day. I'll give you 5 tips and cautions that I've learned firsthand and also 5 moments to keep an eye out and add to your collection. All right, let's go. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Eric. Whether you're new to NFL All Day or you're an OG collector all the way to the early days of NBA Top Shot, this video's got something for you. In the past couple years, we've learned a lot about the market sentiment in the NFT space, which is what NFL All Day is, a digital collectible. In my opinion, the benefits of owning these go far beyond just collecting. There has been a ton of hype and marketing, so in the first part of the video, I'm going to answer the really tough question in the best way that I can. Is the market really going to explode the way that a lot of people think it is? Whether you agree with my answer or not, I will give you 5 tips on things that I've learned firsthand to help protect your downside and also still give you opportunity for gains. After that's done, I'll give you all my takes on the Modern Greatness drop and give you the top 5 players from that drop that I think that I'm going to be adding to my list. If you like this video, or even if it makes you think a little bit differently, make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out the description below for links to everything that we have going on in this community, including our free Discord, where we talk about not only NFL All Day, but sports NFTs and all things sports in general. We'd love to have you in there. It's a ton of fun. All right, now let's talk. Whether you agree with this take or not, I think it's important to step outside of the sports NFT bubble and consider everything that can happen in this type of market that we're going through right now. Please keep in mind that I am bullish long-term on these projects. I love NFL All Day, NBA Top Shot. I talk about those on this channel specifically all the time, and I put a significant amount of eggs into those baskets as a long-term believer of the project. Right now, we're seeing a lot of marketing out there from athletes, partnerships, NFL All Day itself. Everyone's saying load up those bags because when the football season comes around and new users flood in and fantasy football gamification comes into play, these things are going to the moon. I hate to say it, but we've thought this many times before over the past couple years, and it hasn't always panned out that way. I would personally love it if that happened, but my gut feeling is that it's not going to, and if it does, I think it's going to be a lot less than people are hoping for. Let's be honest, the economy is bad, people are busy and preoccupied, and yes, we are still very early niche on digital assets in general. Let's remember that it's new for people to pay thousands, hundreds, and even tens of dollars for a product like this. Even though most of us watching this video probably have, I definitely have, and I absolutely love it and believe in it. And this doesn't mean that you still can't get involved with All Day, start to build an amazing long-term collection, have fun playing OTM Rumble, fantasy style challenges, flash challenges that they're having on the platform, and just being a great part of this amazing community. I definitely will be doing that myself, but I really want this community to be successful long-term. So here are 5 things that I have learned when I felt Top Shot is in a similar position to where All Day is right now. Yes, I have already implemented these things into my collection over the past few days, and no, this is not financial advice. I could be wrong. This space is still so early. Please let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments section below, and come into the Discord and discuss with us because we'd love to have the chatter on in there, and it's just a really awesome community. Number 1 is don't get greedy, take profits, or be prepared to hold for a very long time. Being liquid could be a really good thing if the market takes a little bit of a downturn. Here's a quick look at my collection. I'm not going to give you all the details, and this stuff isn't really popping up on a feed like it does on Top Shot, but you can see here I'm selling off some NFL All Day. I'm selling off some Top Shot just to stay liquid and dapper. I made a $300 sale here, a $300 sale here. One of those was a Tom Brady debut. Another one was a Las Vegas Raiders rare debut. And then another one right here was a Trayvon Diggs debut. So taking profits, I've already come close to doubling my money on a couple of those. The Tom Brady, pretty much breaking even on it, but I had 2 of those in my collection. One of them I got from a pack, and one of them I did pay $300 for. So I'm just keeping that $300 in liquid, dapper in case there's more opportunities to buy other things out there. Tip number 2 is don't leverage or don't over leverage yourself to a point of uncomfortability. At least just be cautious of what you're actually able to spend, knowing that you can lose it all. It's a volatile market. And yeah, I know it could be tempting sometimes to throw some stuff on the credit card thinking that, I'm going to be able to double my money on this within the next month or two. But it doesn't always happen that way. And that can be really, really dangerous. So that is my second tip. Tip number 3 is that undercutting happens really fast. This stuff is not liquid when the market starts to take a downturn. The more moments there are in a particular moment, for example, a common, there's a lot more opportunity for undercutting there. When people decide that they want to cut bait, there's not a lot that will stop them. So the price of your moments could go down heavily if you want to get out of them, or you're just going to end up holding a big bag of moments that goes down in value. That's one of the potentials out there. Number 4 is if you're a collector and believe in this platform as a long-term collectible, not just something that you're going to use to play fantasy sports, but something that's like a digital card that's going to be worth or hold or go up in value over time, then look at the more rares or the legendaries or the more limited commons out there as a collectible rather than some of the more commons. I'd recommend looking at debuts and really, really take a fine-tooth comb on stuff that you think is going to be lasting memories long-term. Not everything is always as special as you may think it is. I have fallen into that trap before, and over a long span of time, there's going to be a lot more memories that come out that people are going to want, and that's going to eventually have to match the demand for it to keep that value there. Number 5 is to be careful if you're speculating on sets, speculating by stacking and all that kind of stuff. There's probably a lot of other people out there who have similar ideas and are taking other similar types of risks. So when things start to go down and people start to sell, that's when the undercutting begins, and who will be left holding the bag when strategies start to shift. That's it for now. If you have any other questions or want to connect, check out the links down below and join the Discord. Now let's take a look at the Modern Greatness drop. I'm going to go over it high level in terms of the details. There's plenty of people out there that are getting into the weeds and the details on the specific moments, the EV, the cost of the pack, and all that kind of stuff. I'll look at that briefly, but then just give you my overall thoughts on whether or not I'm buying the pack after that. Oh yeah, and I'll also give you my top 5 players from that drop that I will be looking to add to my collection. Let's go ahead, zoom in full screen for this portion of the video. All right, here we are with tomorrow's drop, Modern Greatness. I'm actually really, really excited for this one. I think that they have done an incredible job marketing this. They have OBJ, they have guys like Saquon, they have I just saw Tony Gonzalez tweet. They have Richard Sherman getting on the spaces on Twitter, Chad Johnson, and a bunch of other people here. One thing that is really interesting about this is that, of course, they're a loot box pack. Okay. Loot box meaning that there's a chance that you're going to get all 4 comments, and it's probably not going to be worth your money that you pay for it. It's an $84 price per pack, but you are also getting a $20 credit to spend on the marketplace if you do end up buying a pack. So really, if you think about it, if you're going to send all of this money in Dapper on an NFL All Day on Top Shot anyways, look at it like a $64 pack. Now, here's the player list, and the ultimate is obviously Odell Beckham Jr. There are only 10 of those. It's going to be really, really hard to get. Like I said, I'm not going to go into the detail and the odds on this stuff, but I will pull up a spreadsheet from All Day Fanatic that I found on Twitter. Shout out to him for the great work on that. And we'll kind of take a look at the projected prices that he's come up with and that I, pretty much agree with. I'll look at the details on that. But anyways, you got legendary Stephon Diggs, Larry Fitzgerald, Tony Gonzalez, Chad Johnson, Julio Jones, Richard Sherman. Okay. Now, people who are still playing in the NFL, one thing that they came out with on Rumble today is that you can still use these historical moments, even though they are historical, in NFL All Day Rumble on Own the Moment. So if that is too complicated for you, then hit me up, because I'm going to be covering OTM Rumble a lot. It's just a fantasy style game for NFL All Day. But there's a couple of them in here. Obviously, Stephon Diggs, Julio Jones. You got guys like Devontae Adams in there as well. So, and Michael Thomas down there in the comments here too. So legendaries, Diggs, the Minneapolis Miracle. You got Larry Fitzgerald, Tony Gonzalez, Chad Johnson, Julio, Sherman. Sherman is that play against my Niners in the NFC Championship game. That was their Super Bowl year. Oh my gosh, I can't even think about that. I hate it. But it's definitely worthy of that legendary tier moment for sure. So some good rare ones in there. And the Devontae is a rookie moment, which is pretty awesome. Now, here's the spreadsheet that I found. Again, shout out to the creator of this, All Day Fanatic on Twitter. Go check him out. But I'm using this for mine, and there's a lot of people out there doing a really good job with the data. I just want to analyze this data here and give you my takes on, why I'm ultimately going to buy this pack, even though I'm seeing it as probably not worth the $64. I think that the cost of the contents that I'm going to be getting in the pack is going to be less. There's going to be a lot of people who aren't happy with what they get based on the resale values on the marketplace. But I think the upside has a lot of promise to it. And if for some reason then I can add that ultimate or that legendary or rare to the collection, then it will be a good price to pay. So that is my ultimate thoughts on it. But let's take a look at what they came up with here. The odds of 4 commons are a 63%. The odds of getting 1 rare and 3 commons, 34%. The odds of getting a legendary is 2%. And the odds of the ultimate is about 0.05%. So that is really, really low. This is laid out really nicely here. They have this Devontae Adams projected at $35. And the reasoning behind that is because if you scroll down to the commons right here, the mint counts on Steve Smith and Devontae are only 4,000. So in terms of a common, that is a relatively low mint count. You can see Patrick Peterson on there. You can see the sets that they're going to be added to. So if you are a set collector wanting to complete sets, then there's going to be some new ones coming out for you. The cool thing that I think about this one is this is a Devontae Adams rookie. So I really like that right there. Michael Thomas is also a rookie too. The rookies are good to have, but there's still some projected low values based on the mint count right there. So if you're pulling commons, there's a really, really small chance that you're going to be into that $64 worth of range, in my opinion. But let's take a look at the rares. Just some great players and some cool stuff in here. And that's why I'm going after this drop, is because I want to add stuff to my collection. Will I end up selling if I pull one of these rares or legendaries or even the ultimate? I don't know. It depends on which one I get. But whatever I do sell, then that's going to go towards me building my long-term collection anyway. So there's a lot of stuff on my wish list right now. I do believe in the platform as a long-term collectible platform, and I'm building my collection that way. So we will see. I can only hope to have that opportunity to pull that ultimate, legendary, or rare. Most likely 63% chances that I'm going to get some commons. And I think there's some really cool ones in there anyway. So yeah, I think it was a cool gesture getting that $20 back that you can use towards All Day or Top Shot or anything on the Dapper platform. So I will be participating in this drop, seeing if I can line up for a pack. If you are, then best of luck to you. Hope that you pull something great. But let's go over my top 5, and I'll just pick out 5 of them real quick that are going to be on my wish list in this pack. I feel like going with the Odell Beckham or any of the legendaries is not even fair. This Stephon Diggs against the clock, a projected value of 1,200. I don't know. I could see that being more than 1,200. Who knows? That was a pretty sweet play, a pretty memorable play for any Minnesota Vikings fan. So let's just stick to the rares. I like the Devontae Adams the best, honestly. That is a rookie. Okay, it's not his all-day debut. He's already got moments on the platform, but it's a rookie. And it's a 4,000 mint count. I really love that moment just for, anybody who's collecting. The second one that I like is the Larry Fitzgerald. Now, it doesn't seem like the historical moments are holding the value of the current moments, both on NBA Top Shot with the run it back set and also from what we've seen so far with the historical drop on NFL All Day. But Larry Fitzgerald is a legend. He is somebody that our generation, even younger generations, are going to remember for a long time to come. So I really like this Larry Fitzgerald. Call that number 2. For me, the third one is a Troy Polamalu. And if this thing is at $60, I will definitely be picking one up. These projected values are pretty low right here. So if it's at $777, if it's at $60, it's got the championship badge, then I'll definitely be picking up a Troy Polamalu at that price range. And number 4 and number 5, I will stay in the comments section down here. Steve Smith, just a legend that I remember watching growing up. 4,000 is the mint count on that one. It's also his rookie year, which is cool. I don't see a super high demand for this one, to be honest with you. But in terms of just collecting, I really like that. And then the last one would be Michael Thomas, because it is going to be a lower price point. It's his debut. There is a lot of them minted, and it can be useful for on the moment rumble and flash challenges because he's still in the NFL. So those are the 5 that I will be looking out of this list to add to my collection. Let me know what yours are down in the comments below. I can't wait to hear those, and I can't wait for the drop. Again, best of luck if you're going after this one. I hope you end up with the rare, legendary, or one of the Odell Beckham ultimates. You have to let me know if you get anything good. All right, there you have it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing to the channel. If you want to play some fantasy football with me and my community this year, take a look at the link in the description of the video. It's for Underdog Fantasy Best Ball. It's a $3 entry. It's for bragging rights. The winner will take home $20 at the end of the year. You don't have to worry about setting a roster or a lineup each week. It's best ball format where they take your best players and automatically insert them into the lineup. It is super fun. I'm excited for that. I'm going to be playing in a ton of those leagues myself. If that's not for you, no worries. We'd still love to have you as part of the community. So check out the Discord and the other socials, and I will see you on the next video soon. Enjoy the NFL kickoff if I don't have a video out before then, but I will very shortly after that. Talk to you soon.